In today's video, we're talking about 3 key steps that you have to take to become a profitable editor. Each of these 3 steps are going to be super critical to your career. So make sure you follow all 3 of these steps and watch through the entire video to make sure that you get everything you need. Number 1, and the most important one that I tell everybody to do first, is pick a path. Now remember this, there are pros and cons to each path that you take. And a lot of us don't understand this. We try to jump from lane to lane. Are you going to be a film editor like my man Joe Walker, who just won the Oscar for Dune, which was a phenomenal movie, by the way. You have to see it. And if you are looking to become a film editor, there are a couple of things you need to look out for. Let's get into the pros first. I'm going to get to the pros and cons on both, but let's get into the pros. More compensation, better projects, dope footage to deal with, and the ability to work with a crazy collaborative team and see how the VFX team works, and even how just people in the industry work, period. This is where I'm going to step into some of the cons though. Some of the cons of being a film editor, definitely the long work hours. I can't tell you how many times as a film editor myself that I've spent for 8 to 12 hours in the chair, and I was uncomfortable, I was tired, I was ready to eat. Fortunately and unfortunately, there's millions of dollars on the line. So you have to be willing to step up when the time is ready, and you don't have as much leniency in film editing as you would somewhere else. The second con is if you have shiny object syndrome or like to move around, that will not be possible in film editing. When you're on these projects, a lot of these are going to last for months at a time. You can't jump from one video here to one video there to one film here to one film there. Take it one step at a time. If you're going to be a film editor, you have to make sure that you're okay with these long hours. Now, however, if you don't want to be a film editor, there are 2 specific paths that you can take. The second path is the YouTube and content creator path. This path is a lot more fun than it is the film editing path. I mean, some people would disagree, but I think helping YouTubers out and content creators out, making these dope videos and dropping every single day is actually a lot more fun, and it's also a lot more lenient. And if you tell them you can't get a video done on time, they'll be more understanding and they'll understand what's going on. Now, if you're going to go to this path, I can suggest 3 different people you should reach out to: gamers, vloggers, and even sometimes food channels, right? Food channels, or people that do a lot of weird stuff that need editing. I don't suggest you sit here and work on videos that are 25 to 30 minutes long though. I think that's too much footage to be taking on, and I think it's frankly a lot more work than it needs to be. And the third path is the path that I chose when I first started, which is the corporate path. Didn't really care for this as much, but I do see where the significance is. The pros were there are a lot of different variations of video work that you've done, right? You may work on a brand doc, a small origin video, a marketing video to help a small brand or a bigger brand out. And sometimes you get on dope projects, like you may work for Nike sometimes, depending on who the agency you are with. Now that goes back to another thing too though. If you're gonna work with agencies, most of the time you're not gonna get paid what you're worth, just because you're kind of a commodity to them, and you wanna make sure this agency is the right agency fit for you as well. If they see the value in hiring you as an editor and paying you 70 to 80K a year, that's fantastic. However, I don't know anybody that makes 70 or 80K at an agency working for corporate work. So that's just me. Also, if you're going to corporate or YouTuber work, you're gonna have a problem with 1,000 different freelancers applying to the same jobs or trying to get the same work that you're getting. Now, don't be alarmed. This isn't a bad thing. That means that there's a need, that means that there's a demand, and that you can be head on and you can possibly get in that job before they do. The only problem is if you're a freelancer, most of the time you're not getting paid what you're worth, and your price is gonna be dictated by the market that's already been set. You do not want to go down this path. You do not want to follow what everybody else is charging. This is a detriment to your business and to you as a freelancer and as an editor. Which brings me to number 2, which is talking about being the most profitable editor, is to know your worth. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to somebody and they've told me they do videos for 20 bucks an hour. Not happening. And I don't think anybody should charge that little. Everybody thinks being an editor is so easy and so relaxing. Oh, you get videos delivered to you and you can edit all these videos for next to nothing and finish them in no time. No shot to the short form editors out there, but you guys don't know what you're talking about. Editing is actually one of the most stressful things you can actually get yourself into. And when you start editing, you got to really believe that you want to do this thing and that you're set to do this thing. And I know I got some short form editors in here, but none of you guys making $20 a video are going to be profitable next year, guaranteed. Think about it this way. Somebody delivers you 40 gigabytes of footage through Google Drive or Dropbox, whatever the case may be. 40 gigabytes of footage. It's got talking, it's got B-roll, it's got all these different things, and you're told to figure it out. You have no clue what's going on. You haven't, nothing's sorted, nothing's renamed, so you're going in blind. Do you think that's worth $20 an hour? I didn't think so. Number 3 is super important as well, which is practice your ass off and continue to improve daily. A lot of you guys that are short form editors, or maybe just do one thing, maybe you're just a long form editor, you should learn how to work on both sides of the spectrum. You should not just be, oh, I'm a short form editor that knows how to use Premiere Pro and Clip Scribe to throw on subtitles. What happens when you get laid off or your job is done? or they find another editor that's faster than you, better than you, and is frankly more talented than you, who can use After Effects. They can do audio mixing, different things like that. You don't want to be in that boat. You want to always have a grip on the people that you're working with. You need to be an asset. You need to be essential to these people that you're working with. So you have to always constantly improve, and try not, and I mean seriously, try your best not to be one-track minded or one-dimensional. So if you found this video helpful and you're taking some of this advice to the heart and you're gonna get started today, comment down below, let me know where you're looking at, and I'll see if I can provide some help for you. I want everybody in here as an editor to be able to succeed. And I'm only gonna give you the real advice that I've went through in my entire career. And I'm telling you now, this is a dog-eat-dog world in the creative field. So you have to be on top of your stuff, you have to get better than everyone, and you have to be essential to the people that you're working with. Also, if you need somebody to edit the videos for you, hit the link down below in the description and we can see if we can help you out with that too. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.